Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Gen Me, a podcast for Gen Z by Gen Z. And today I'm with TikTok's favorite dentist, David Cohen. Welcome, David.
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Of course. So this is David's first podcast, he told me. And for those that don't know him, he has over 2.1 million followers on TikTok for his videos showcasing his dental education and his looks. He posts videos relating to dentistry with his own creative, sexy twist to it. So David, what's your story? I mean, where are you from? How old are you? And what do you do?
So, I was born and raised in LA. I'm 24 years old. I'm a third-year dental student right now at USC. And I do social media on the side. I wanted to spread the message, the dental message, get people to brush their teeth, get people to floss, kind of get my name out there and just kind of set myself up for when I graduate school. And it's kind of turned into this whole beast that's become my life now. So it's pretty cool.
And now you're here.
Yeah, now I'm here on my first podcast.
So how did you get started? You said that you wanted to first put your name out there. So what were your first videos about?
So originally I wasn't posting videos. This was kind of before TikTok. It was right when I first started school. Like I would see dentists on Instagram, like having some following, and they would post their veneer cases and all these really cool cosmetic cases. And I told myself when I finish school, like my goal is to have some sort of following. Also, it's going to make me more appealing to people that want to hire me. And it's just overall, it can always help to have kind of marketing behind you. And so I would just post like brush your teeth, this and that, like random like Instagram posts, and I had like, I don't know, 1,000 followers or something. And then around COVID time, this was like my second year of school. We were at home for like 3 to 6 months. I don't really remember exactly what it was.
It was all a blur.
Yeah, it really was all a blur. It feels like it was 10 years ago, but it was just around the corner. And just like everybody else, I got on TikTok, we were bored being at home. I was just making funny videos with like my friends, not my friends, sorry. I was alone, social distancing.
Your imaginary friends.
My imaginary
friends. You were
friends.
inside for too long.
But like with my family, my friends, just making random dance videos and like all these like stupid things, following trends, whatever. And I had like, I don't know, 40 followers, 50 followers or something like that. And I became TikTok friends with this kid. And he sent me a message. He's like, I saw on your Instagram that you're in dental school. Can I ask you some questions about like how you got in, maybe about the test that you take before? It's called the DAT. And so I helped him out. Like we got on a phone call. I like gave him all kinds of tips, what he should do and all that. And then I got the idea to like, if I can help one person, you know what I mean, through one of my videos, or like one person noticed that I'm in dental school and I can help him out, maybe I can help out a lot of different people. So I threw on my scrubs. I did one of the like trending dances. And I just like put some tips for dental students on the screen. Like if you want to be a dentist, do this, 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 and this. Like go shadow, worry about your GPA, your DAT, which is the test to get in. And then I think I posted like 3 videos like that because everybody would say post 3 videos a day. That's how you do it. That's how it was back then. And I look at my phone a couple hours later, and the first video that I posted was at like 6,000 views. And I was like, okay, this is it. I'm dropping out of school. I'm famous. I made it. And the next day I opened my phone and the video's at like 10,000. Like all of those videos are like 10,000, 40,000, 50,000. The next day I post again and this video gets 250,000. I get 10,000 followers and like things just started happening really, really quickly. And then there was one video, I don't know if people remember this, but it was like the glasses drop on your face.
Yeah.
And I saw this, I think before, like right when that trend was made. And I was like, this is so sick. And I did it. And I also put words on the screen. That's how the format of all my videos were. Put words on the screen. And I was like, if you want to be a dentist, this is the path that it takes. Because somebody asked that in the comments. And so I just did that. I did my little dance.
Yeah, I was like...
Yeah, you dropped the... Exactly. Yeah. And because I was really, really early to do it, I guess that's why I popped off. But I closed my phone, wake up the next day, and the video's at like 1 million views, 2 million views,
wow.
3 million views.
And back then, that was a shit. I mean, still now it's a lot, but back then especially, that's like a shit ton.
Yeah, back then 5 to 10 was mega viral. Now mega viral is like 100 million views, like 50 million views. But that like really, really blew me up. And then after that, I realized I was like, wow, so many people are watching my content. And why am I only making content for dental students? Let me make content for everybody. So I just kept going down that path. And now I'm kind of here. I mean, it's kind of where it led me, and I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity and how everything unfolded, and just super excited.
So what type of content do you post now? You say you make content for everyone. How do you like kind of differentiate yourself from like dentistry?
So I've been through a couple of different stages in my content. So in the beginning, I was making content for dental students. Then I kind of went to more like general tips for just everybody about like when you should brush your teeth, how you should brush your teeth, what toothpaste you should use, just general tips to like help everybody's oral health and stuff like that. And then I got kind of bored of that. And also I think people got kind of bored of that. And I was like, this isn't that fun. Let me do something that I enjoy more. And I never thought of myself as a funny person, but there were all these like kind of funny sounds. And like I started doing all kinds of kind of like dental comedy, like sketches and things like that. And then I would still do dances. And then there was a dance trend that really blew me up. That was like my big moment. Yeah. It was like, never say no.
Yeah, and you're like doing that thing with your
exactly.
the cross and the swing thing.
Yeah. It was like me asking somebody to do like brush their teeth, and they would say no, and then I would do the dance, and it would like persuade them.
Oh yeah, that was all over.
That was everywhere. That was like my rise, like the biggest push that I had. And then after that, I started a mouthwash series where I'd review mouthwash. I took inspo from Dental Digest. If people know him, the guy with the purple toothpaste, like purple mouth tablets. And he just reviews toothbrushes, whatever. So I did it with mouthwash, and that was like another rise. And then now, I'm just like focused on making stuff that I like, content that I like, which is storytelling, and just really working on that. So it's really evolved a lot, but I do a little bit of everything still.
Yeah, I love like that about TikTok. It's like you're just like constantly getting inspired, and like it's nice to like have like your followers that like kind of follow you from every move, and like you're like still kind of growing no matter what content you put.
Yeah. That's the most amazing thing is that I never thought, and I don't know if everybody feels this way, but I never thought, especially when I was younger, that I'm such like an interesting person.
Yeah.
And all of the sudden I have 2 million people following me.
It's crazy, right?
It's
like you wake up and they're like, what moisturizer did you use? Or like, what, like this? You're like,
so weird. It's the weird. Yeah.
It must be cool though, no?
It's very, very cool. It's overwhelming sometimes. You don't really, especially during COVID, you wouldn't be out like on the streets, and you wouldn't like see people.
Right. So you're just like, I'm just like all these people are on my phone, but like they're not real people, you know?
Yeah. You wouldn't really feel, because you don't have like a back and forth interaction with them. But I remember it was like New Year's. I went to Miami, and people like started to recognize, and I wasn't even as big as I am now. I had like 400,000 followers, and like people were recognizing me, and I'm like, what's going on?
Was that your first time that you were recognized?
Yeah, that was the first time, because Miami was open and LA, everything was closed, so I wouldn't see anybody here. And I was like, I was so confused, and I was with my family too, and people were like coming up. My family was also like tripping out. They're like, what's going on?
You were not expecting at all to be
at all. Okay. Like I had no clue like the magnitude of what's going on. Yeah, and I still don't really understand it. It's really crazy. Surprises me every time when somebody's like, yo, I watch your videos. I was like, really? Like why? Like that's insane.
So the first time that it happened, were you just like, no way?
Yeah, I was just stunned. It was like, I acted all cool, you know what I mean? You gotta act cool. You gotta be like, yeah, of course. Like,
you have to embody, like, it's like imposter syndrome.
You have to. Or like my mom would see somebody looking at me, she's like, go take a picture. I'm like, Mom, like, act cool. It's all good.
So what was your family's reaction to you kind of becoming TikTok famous?
So like I said in the beginning, I had like, I remember this day specifically. It was when I first started posting in scrubs and like dancing and putting tips out. And my dad's like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like you're doing these silly dances, whatever. And I was like, watch, this is gonna work. And I had like 50 followers that day. This was right after my first video, like
50 to 20 million.
Yeah,
2 million.
I wish
not
20
yet,
million. Not yet. We'll get there one day.
We're manifesting.
We're manifesting, exactly. And he's like, you're dancing for your 50 followers, and I was like, yeah, just wait and see. And I kind of said that not really knowing what's gonna happen, but literally the next day I was at like 10,000. And
wow,
they were just like, they're just very supportive, very like shocked, impressed. My mom still is like a proud mom. She's like, when people bring up TikTok, whatever, she's like, oh,
she's like my son, yeah.
Always. They're always, everybody's very, very supportive. Family, friends, and like support from people I never expected to. Like friends that I thought would like make fun of me for what I'm doing. Yeah. They're all like, this is so sick, and it's amazing. So
I mean, I feel like people always, like when you start off on TikTok, they're just always going to be like, that's so cringe. A little bit like...
Look, I look back at my videos.
Oh, yes.
I know they're cringe. Like,
but listen, it works.
It works. Yeah. And it's not like the stuff that I make now, I don't see it as cringe, but I'm sure in a year from now, I'm going to look back and be like, what was I doing again? You know?
Yeah.
But I feel like in anything that you're starting that's new, it's always weird and cringe until you kind of like, not until you make it, but until you have a following.
That's what I tell everyone. It's like, until you have like thousands of people backing you up, then
Yeah.
it's not cringe.
Exactly. In the beginning, people are like, what are you doing? Like, this is a joke. Like, you look so funny, whatever. And like, this is weird. And then out of nowhere, you have followers and everybody's like, this is the dopest thing ever. Everybody wants to be in your videos. Everybody wants you to make TikTok videos with them. It's like,
Yeah.
it's the, like the, I don't know, clout syndrome or something. I don't know. But
And it's crazy because like, so there's so much money involved within social media.
yeah.
Like I only have 70K on TikTok and
Yeah.
I still like, you make a decent amount of money. So I feel like, yeah, no matter like how cringy or in general, like, yeah, there's
Until I really like got into it, I really didn't understand how all these YouTubers and TikTokers and all these people are making so much money and how much money there is to be like made in the industry and also in business and marketing. It's opened like so many doors for me in terms of like things that I never knew that I enjoy doing. You know what I mean? I love marketing, I love branding, I love developing business strategies and plans that I never in my life thought that I'd be doing because I was always focused on healthcare, you know? So it's really amazing to kind of get involved in the whole world and learn so much.
I think also what you do is you kind of make it like dentistry more accessible to people.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like people are always so overwhelmed, like, you know, going, for example, on like a website and like how to be like a dentist and like that's just like so scary, but you like make it like into like bite-sized pieces for like Gen Z, for example, or
Yeah.
for like future things. So
Yeah, that was kind of my goal too. It's like the dentist in a lot of ways feels like you feel very disconnected. I also felt this way with when I went to my adult dentist, when I was at my pediatric
it's
dentist
scary.
when I was
They're
a
like, you have
kid.
to do this, you have to do this. I'm like, listen, first of all, you need to chill. Like,
Yeah, yeah. And people like I feel like until recently, a lot of people in healthcare just didn't show their personality, and it kind of creates this disconnect between you and the patient that
100%.
that now that it's broken, like now when I go see patients, I have the confidence to just be myself, talk about random things. Like I don't just have to talk about teeth the whole time. And now they trust me a lot more. They're a lot more comfortable. And I feel like that's every doctor or nurse or any healthcare provider's like dream is for their patient to be comfortable. And this has allowed me to do that.
Have you ever had a patient that recognized you?
No, I haven't.
Never?
Never,
That's hard to
never.
believe.
Look, to be honest, I kind of don't want that to happen.
Yeah, because isn't that a violation or?
No, it's not
Okay.
it's not a violation. It's a violation if I post them without
Yeah,
without them
like-
consenting. Yeah. But obviously they're allowed to recognize like I'm on the internet, you know what I mean? But I'd rather it not happen just because I'm in school right now and I'm still learning and I don't need that extra pressure of somebody being like, "Yo, I saw you on TikTok." Like and they can expect me to be a dentist with experience of 20 plus years, you know what I mean? Like I'm still in school, I'm still learning and still developing, and also in school we wear like a face mask and face shield
so
and a gown, and
So you're covered.
it's kind of hard to be recognized. But I like some of my friends tell their patients, they're like, "You see that guy over there? Like, we'll go follow him on TikTok." And like one of their patients, I saw her in my live the other day, and she's like, "Hope you're doing well." I was like, "Oh my god!"
I was getting a root canal in the next door.
She literally was. It was insane.
Well, before we get more into it, I do have a segment where we try a little alcohol beverage. So I have some High Noon.
Let's
It's
do
a
it.
vodka seltzer. It's passion fruit flavor.
Passion fruit. Oh, I've never had this before, so
I love passion fruit
let's
flavor.
try it. I'm not a huge vodka guy. In seltzers, normally it's fine. But
Cheers.
cheers.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
It's like light.
It's very, very light. I like it.
High Noon, you make a great vodka soda. A great passion fruit vodka soda.
It's good. Tastes like a White Claw, but a little bit lighter.
yeah. No, I like it. It's less intense.
I like it a lot.
So you said you go to USC.
Mm-hmm.
We both go to USC.
Yep.
Fight on.
Fight on.
So I don't think you know this, and I didn't want to tell you before this because
Mhm.
I want to get your reaction.
Okay.
But this is a full 360 moment for me
Why?
because this is actually not the first time we met before.
Really?
hmm
No way.
So, I've been trying to transfer before I was going to school in Switzerland, and
Okay.
it was really hard to transfer to USC because I was at hotel school, so I was taking like housekeeping and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, I
Wait,
had a-
hold hotel school?
yeah,
Okay.
there's another podcast episode about that.
Okay,
Anyone,
okay.
you guys listen to the hotel school episode. But
Yeah.
basically, what I was trying to say is it's like a very hard process to transfer into USC, and it was very emotionally hard for me.
Okay.
So, fast forward to my second time trying to get into USC, I went to Santa Monica Community College to
Okay.
try to transfer in, and I'm in Tulum.
No
I'm
way.
in Tulum of April 2021, and I'm gonna pull up a picture.
No
This
way.
was one night, and we're at Rosa Negra, and I see the TikTok dentist guy.
Oh my
And I stop
gosh,
you.
that's insane.
I don't know if you can, Mike, if you can show this. And it says it's a TikTok dentist. So wait, it gets crazier. So we met. I don't even know how. I don't even remember taking this.
That's I remember I don't remember taking that specifically with you, not to be like
But that
offensive
night,
or anything,
no,
but I
no.
remember
Yeah,
I
you're so
remember
offensive.
I remember meeting people that night and we took like some pictures and stuff. That's insane.
So then that night, after I met like the USC like symbol, I guess, I found out that I got into USC.
No way.
After like 2 hard years. So that was like
wow.
Like meeting you randomly at that in Tulum out of like all places.
Yeah.
And then that night finding out that I got into USC.
Well, I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it.
No, I know. It's
but
like a good luck. It's like a good
crazy.
luck. So now it's like a full 360 moment. Now I'm at USC, starting my own podcast. You're here. So
that's it. Well, I'm very, very happy that I'm here. That's insane. That's like these type of stories and like when people tell me all these like little stories of little things of not maybe how I didn't really like affect you. You know what I mean? But like you saw me, you got in, like you had some sort of
there's like a connection.
There.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's literally what makes all of this so rewarding and so worth it. Like I don't say it enough, but like my community, my audience, all the people that support me, like I wouldn't be there without them. And I feel like we a lot of times kind of forget about it and take it for granted, but that's why I'm looking at the camera a little bit to kind of talk to them.
Yeah, he's like doing like a monologue,
a
soliloquy.
No, but like it's very, very humbling and I'm just so grateful for the support that I get. It's insane.
So what would you say like the coolest opportunities you've gotten from TikTok so far?
I feel like first of all is just to like express myself. That's like the biggest thing. I'm able to kind of just say whatever I want, do whatever I want. And like, there's a group of people somewhere that resonate with what I'm doing. I've made so many like cool friendships. One of them is Dental Digest, that guy that does the toothbrush reviews. I've like learned so much from him. He's like huge on YouTube. He's inspired me so much, pushed me so much. There's so many other like healthcare people that we've all connected. We have like group chats and like we talk, and it's just so cool to develop that community. I was on like a Snapchat story thing. It was like a shoot for something called Burst Out Loud, where they bring like experts to like react to certain things. So I reacted to some teeth videos, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna post it on our channels. And a couple like 2 months later, people are sending me that I'm on the Snapchat like news stories.
Oh, it's like next to the Daily Mail.
Yeah. And I was freaking out. I'm like, this is so dope. And I'm blanking out right now. I haven't done anything like too crazy. I've had like companies sponsor me to like give away like money and like supplies to people in need, that's probably one of my favorite things that I get to do. And yeah, I mean, I haven't like done anything too insane.
Do you see yourself in the future coming out with like any dentist stuff? Dentist stuff, like dental
I
stuff?
really like, this is gonna sound funny, but one of like my dreams is to kind of like be that dentist that gets like brought up to talk shows like Dr. Oz or Oprah. I don't know if Oprah's still playing right now, but like,
I want to be a talk show host when I'm older, so
yeah, so
you'll be on my other show.
Yeah, I would love to like transition somehow into like the mainstream a little bit. I mean, that's not like my main goal, but I think it would be really cool. It was always like a dream of mine as a kid, so that'd be amazing.
And then obviously with a lot of success, there does come some like negative aspects and like haters and negative comments. Do you have like any experience with any like negative things you've gotten from being, TikTok famous?
So about the time when I was doing that trend and I was like getting my really big kind of like explosion, let's say, like exposure, and every video I was posting was like 10 million views, 12 million views, like growing 100,000 followers a day. Like I was at the highest of highs, getting so much love and so much support, and like opportunity after opportunity, and like money coming in, and like girls and this, and it was just like insane. Like it was the highest of all highs, and with so much love and like attention and like just good energy. And then I don't know how long you want to talk about this, but pretty much there was a war between like Israel and Palestine, and I kind of said my thoughts because I didn't see any other Jewish or Israeli or anybody really supporting Israel about what's going on. And I felt like a lot of people didn't really understand what's going on the way that it's portrayed on the news. Me as somebody who has family there, like I really know what's happening. My grandma's sitting in a bunker under her apartment that she has to run down to every 15 minutes because thousands of rockets are flying over every single day. Um, and I posted something on Instagram on my story, and I was like, told people, I was like, there is a war. Um, Everybody should educate themselves. They should see what's going on. And I believe that Israel has a right to like defend itself. And so I posted that, and that was my most viewed story ever. I think like 100 something thousand people saw that, like more people than I had followers. Like, and I've never received a burst of hate so fast in my life, and like everything just switched instantly, and it was absolutely insane.
Yeah, I remember when that kind of came out, and like you became, like you were saying, like the most loved person, and like all your comments were like you support like the deaths of a
Yeah.
bunch of people. So how was, I mean, I that definitely like didn't, make you feel great. How was that? Did that kind of did you take a break from TikTok for a bit?
So that first day, and for also it's so unlike me I never post anything political. I never do anything. It was just like burning inside me. I was just so mad that nobody's saying anything. Like even Gal Gadot, which is like the biggest Israeli like actress, Wonder Woman, she didn't say anything. Nobody was saying anything. I don't know why. I just like felt the need, and I never do. I always stay out of that stuff. But after I posted that, I was just getting so much hate. Like my entire comment section was murderer, killer, like racist, homophobe, Islamophobe, like pedophile, all these like words that like it attacks you as like a person, you know what I mean? And when you're in that situation, like all you want to do is kind of explain yourself. But the thing is like no matter what you say, it's only going to get worse. So I didn't say anything for a little bit. And what really, really hurt was how people didn't know what's going on. And then in the comments, more people were answering them and telling them, yeah, he did this, he did that, he groomed little girls, like all these random like rumors about me. And I can't go there and start defending myself because then it looks like
as if it's true, and
like
you're
as if
actually
it's
trying to
true, and
save your
I'm trying to cover myself. You know what I mean? And I remember like I was getting death threats in my DMs. Like if I see you out in LA, I'm gonna kill you. There were also anti-Semitic attacks going on in LA at the time as well. And like it was one of my best friend's birthdays. I don't know. I think now looking back at it, I was a bit paranoid, but like I went out in like a hat and glasses. I was freaking out. And that whole week that happened, that first week, I stopped posting. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like I don't need all this. Like this
especially
sucks.
since you're brand new to like.
Yeah, like I was like this just sucks. You know what I mean? And then slowly, like after a couple of days, I started getting like some of my supporters like started fighting back to the people in the comments, and were like, David, where are you? Like, why aren't you posting? And sending me DMs like, thank you for standing up for like what you believe in and what we believe in, and having a voice for us and this and that. And that kind of flipped the switch in me, and I realized like it doesn't really matter what all these people think. And I'm gonna keep posting because that's what I love to do, and I love my supporters, and my supporters love like when I put out content, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. So I just kept doing it. And then I realized that all these people that were posting all these negative comments were actually making my videos blow up. And so many people were making videos about me. And I just kept posting, and every video was just doing well until people just got tired, eventually died down. I mean, I still get it here and there, but it is what it is, you know? I've learned to deal with it. I think I had to go through that to kind of gain a little bit of a thicker skin, especially being in like social media and stuff. Like things are going to happen.
Thick skin, yeah.
You have to. So I needed to go through that. Humbled me a little bit. It gave me thicker skin, and I'm overall thankful that I went through that. You know what I mean?
Especially if it's like means a lot to you, and if it hits very close to home.
It does. And like literally the past 2 weeks, 11 people like were murdered in terrorist attacks that are going on, that like have been happening nonstop in Israel. No one's talking about it. On the news, it says 4 people killed in like the city that it happened. But they don't say it's a terrorist attack. They don't say that they were murdered. They don't say any of these things. And that's part of what plays into it. You know what I mean? Like how much can somebody like hurt a country until they like stand up for themselves? You know what I mean? Imagine Mexico or Canada started attacking the US. Do you think the US would just be like, oh, keep going? No, you know? So everybody can have their own thoughts and opinions on it, but that's just mine, and I don't regret it. It is what it is, and that's it. It's a reality that we have to live with, you know?
Um, so your TikTok comments, they're very sexual. I mean, your supporters are very, very creative, imaginative, and I would say horny.
I would agree with you to a certain extent. Part of it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable because like some of them are really young,
Yeah.
and it's kind of scary. I mean, I don't want to like it's uncomfortable sometimes, but I mean, it's also flattering. I think I'm just like an average looking guy, but thank you guys for gassing me up so much. I appreciate it. Um, I think it kind of died down the thirsty comments as much as what it was before. Back in like, especially when I kind of like rebranded with the mouthwash series and all that, I kind of gained like a little bit more of like a 50-50 split.
Hmm.
Um, in terms of like my following, like girls and guys, so it kind of like evened out a
Yeah,
little
you're
bit.
pretty popular with the gays too.
I am. I see them. And I appreciate it. It's flattering. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was a little bit weird to get used to in the beginning. Like certain, like there's things that people like DM me that I'm just
Really?
like,
Like
I'm
what?
in shock.
Spill it.
I don't even want to, I can't even, there's
Okay,
certain things
okay.
I can't even say, but
Okay.
like people send like pictures and like videos and this and that. It's just like, sometimes it's like really, really insane.
Well, have you ever like went on a date with a fan or like a DMer?
I
Or not a date,
haven't.
or just like a hung out?
No, I haven't. I
Okay.
haven't. No, it kind of. I have anxiety from that. I don't know why. Like, I have a fear of like
Someone.
not because they follow me specifically. Like, let's say I met a girl and like she follows me and like was
Yeah.
a fan of like what I do. Like, that doesn't bother me. I'd still go out on a date with her. But I mean, it just like just meeting people from the internet that I don't know
Hmm.
kind of freaks me out a little bit. Never been big on like dating apps, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's a little scary.
So I guess you would never start an OnlyFans.
Mm-mm. I get that question way too often. It's very tempting because of the amount of money people make on OnlyFans. Like I see some of these people and they just bags of cash. But first of all, it's really not me. I'm a little bit like more religious. Like even in videos and stuff, I don't really post too much with like my shirt off and stuff like that. I'm not like too revealing, I guess. Not too much to show here. I mean, I'm a small guy, but yeah, it's tempting, but also I'm in like the healthcare field and like there's a certain level of professionalism that I have to like abide by. So that's definitely not in the
Not
plan.
in the next future.
Yeah.
So what is in the plan? What's your dream career?
So my dream career has kind of changed. I mean, like it changes every few months. Just like everybody else, we kind of like we have one idea of what we're gonna do for the rest of our life, and out of nowhere, like a situation happens and it kind of changes. So in the beginning, I was like, I want to be like that Hollywood like cosmetic dentist that's doing veneers for all like the movie stars
It's
and
like,
like
what's his name? Simon Orion, something like
who's that?
the one that does all the teeth for the Kardashians.
I don't know.
Oh,
That guy's the nose guy.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
even possible. Sorry, I got them mixed up. Kevin Sands.
Yeah, there's Kevin Sands, there's Dr. Appa, there's a couple of doctors that are just really big in the space. And so I thought always that's what I want to do. Like that's my goal. Then I started doing social media and I realized I can help so many people and not just like this small like group of like the upper like echelon of people that are really, really high end. And like I'd rather give my care to like everybody, you know what I mean? And then part of me wanted to just start like when I finished school, just start a practice of the ultimate like dental experience. When somebody walks in there, they just feel at home, they feel comfortable, just curating the best possible experience that like I'm gonna make. You know what I mean? And then that changed into wanting to go into oral care like companies and things like that. And kind of right now, the state that I am the past like couple months, it's also really like affected like my content because I don't really have like a clear goal yet of exactly what I want to do. But overall, it's kind of just a mix of those things. I want to practice a little bit, especially when I finish school, just get the experience and really learn everything I can about the field. And just also like connect with people, build like a clientele and people that truly like my work. And then at the same time, continue doing social media because I get so much reach out of that. I get to educate. I get to do so many fun things. And it's also fun for me. I love making videos and stuff like that. So
How many years do you have left?
I have about a year and a couple months. So
Yeah, me too. You graduate next year?
yeah, I graduate next year in I think May or June.
Yeah.
Very exciting. I mean, it's been a really long journey. I don't know how long you were in school. You said you were in hotel school, right?
Yeah,
Or-
but I've been at USC. This is my first year.
Your
but
first year?
I have 2 years. In total.
So yeah, I've been in school for 7 years already,
Wow.
and I never took a break between high school or after college to go to dental school. So it's been a very, very long journey. And I'm excited to finish. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. There's another TikTok dentist guy. His name is Garrett Holly. He's
Yeah.
like the other like the hot TikTok dentist.
Yeah,
Um, have you guys ever collabed? Or?
yeah. We have. We
Oh,
have
really?
actually.
Okay.
Yeah. We met. I think like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. He came out to LA. We've all like as soon as I see any new dentist or like anybody that makes content or like hygienist or whatever
Mhm.
that makes content similar to mine. I always like shoot them a follow and like message them because just like we have a small community, so why not all of us
Of
like
course.
know each other and support each
Of
other?
course.
Because like I wish I had a lot of that when I
Mhm.
started because I didn't know who to ask questions or whatever. So I always reach out and I'm just like, yo, what's up? If they're bigger than me, smaller than me, it doesn't matter. Like I don't care. And yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm coming out to LA soon. Like we got a collab, and I told him also I was like, yeah, 100%, because we made like similar stuff, especially back then, like the kind of like thirst trappy
Mhm.
like dentist videos. And so yeah, we made a couple of videos together. He's super cool dude, and like we talk here and there. And yeah, pretty much it. We're in the same stage of school and stuff too. There's a couple of us that are all like the same path, so it's nice having someone to talk to.
Do you have any TikTok, like your favorite TikTok influencers or like a TikTok crush?
To be honest, I don't have a TikTok crush. I mean, like, yeah, I don't really have one specific one or like a celebrity crush in specific. I was like a little simping over Sydney Sweeney when I was watching Euphoria, but that's
Euphoria,
about it. I feel like everybody was. But there's a lot of really cool creators. There's a guy, I think his name is DeMarcus Sean. He does like a bunch of like random scenarios, like acting scenarios, like plays that he began with the teacher roles and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, with the keys. He's
I love
so
that
funny.
guy. He's really, really funny. That guy just like he doesn't miss.
He gets it.
He gets it.
They're so specific too, but
So
like they unlock a
specific.
specific memory in your head that you didn't even know was
It's
there.
insane. Him. There's a guy named Sebastian that makes content with his girlfriend, and also it just cracks me up. I love their videos. I'm blanking out right now, but I watch a lot of TikTok and I watch a lot of YouTube. Like how often?
How often would you say, like, what's your screen time?
My screen time on my phone's not that high. It's like maybe 6 hours, and like TikTok is probably like 2 hours. But also I'm like scrolling a lot to like get inspiration and like see what's
Mhm.
going on. I have to stay in like the main street. Like
Yeah.
I like to say, excuse the voice crack, happens here and there. I like to stay and like kind of know what's going on. But yeah, I do spend like a little bit more time than I should scrolling and just like watching videos, especially on YouTube.
Well, that's part of like, I guess, content creators. Like people don't realize it's like, it looks like when you see it on your For You page, it's like, okay, it's a 10-second video, but the amount of work that went behind that,
Oh my god,
or
so
like
much
the amount
work.
of like you said, like brainstorming, like when we're on TikTok, like that's market research. Like,
It is, but at the same time, like watching a lot of content is good because you get a lot of inspiration, a lot of ideas. But at the same time, when you don't watch anything, like for example, I'm religious, so like we have the Sabbath, so Friday night to Saturday night, I'm not on my phone.
Mhm.
I don't like drive anywhere. I don't use electricity. I'm just like home chilling with friends and family. So I'm kind of like disconnected from the whole world. And so having that disconnect of like not watching anything, it kind of brings about like a lot of original ideas.
that's true. I could see that.
So it's so I like having that mix of both.
Well, David, before we wrap this up, I did field a few questions from my followers.
Let's do it.
So Royce Epperson wants to know, have you ever gone on a date with a fan or a patient?
Okay. I don't know the legality of going on dates with patients, but I don't think I would ever do that. I also haven't had a patient that's less than like 45 years old, and
So you're not into cougars?
not exactly. I would say it's not my type. You know what I mean? So I haven't done that. And then with the fan or follower, I honestly just don't go on like a lot of dates. So it hasn't really happened, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. You know, it just really depends on the situation.
Then Joycey Shamoon wants to know, what's the actual best way to whiten your teeth?
What's the actual best way to whiten your teeth? So any product that has hydrogen peroxide in it or carbamide peroxide is going to whiten your teeth. Now, it really just depends on how much you want to spend and like convenience level. Do you want to go to the dentist? Do you not want to go to the dentist? All these things. But the perfect way, not the perfect way, but the most ideal way, let's say, is to get a whitening done at the dentist because they can use a much higher concentration. You can see results quick. And then to get a custom whitening tray with a custom whitening gel from your dentist because they have to make all that stuff for you. And then you get that initial burst of whitening, your teeth are white, and then you just maintain it with the tray. That's kind of what I do.
Okay. And then
So-
what if you're like more on a budget?
If you're more on a budget, then I would highly recommend something like there's a company called Opalescence, and they make something called Opalescence Go, which is kind of like a whitening tray that you just put in. And I like this better than a strip because the strips only cover like
Yeah.
a part
I
of
use
your
the strips,
smile.
but
Yeah, the strips are really good. I used to use them all the
they're
time.
great. I love them.
They're amazing because they're cheap, they're effective, they work pretty quick, and they're just easy. But it doesn't get your whole smile, and I have like a pretty wide smile, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to cover everything. So it just kind of depends on you.
And last question, someone goes, can you tell if someone engaged in oral sex by looking into their mouth?
Okay, so this was like a big like topic on TikTok, and somebody like exposed this of how you'd be able to tell, and pretty much there's like it would only happen if somebody was being like really, really, really rough, and people normally only see it in like situations of like abuse and stuff like that. So most of the time, your dentist cannot tell unless you're a freak of nature and like we're just being really, really rough and doing that. But it would be like these little like purple and like blue dots on like the top of your palate, so like top of your throat.
Okay.
But yeah, so normally no, we don't see unless you have like a hair stuck in there or something. That's disgusting. But yeah.
Okay, well, David Cohen answering the burning questions on Gen Me. Before we wrap this interview up, is there anything you want to say, you want to add that, we haven't spoken about?
No, I think we kind of covered it all.
I think we...
just thanks for having me on.
Of course.
I really appreciate it. First podcast. Have it down. And yeah, I feel blessed and honored. Thank God. Thank all of you. And thanks for having me on. And I'm very, very blessed and lucky to be in this position. So.
Of course. And do you want to drop your socials?
On TikTok, it's just David Cohen. I finally got just David Cohen.
Just David Cohen?
No, just
David Cohen. And
yeah.
But you're not verified yet?
I'm not verified yet.
When is that?
I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but like, it's always nice, but it doesn't really matter. But I could never get David Cohen anywhere on any platform ever in my life.
That's such a common name.
I know, so I always have to put like 40 digits behind my name.
How'd you get that?
I messaged TikTok.
Okay.
I got really lucky.
I guess you have.
I don't have, but like I got lucky.
Okay.
Just nobody had that name somehow, and I didn't want to change it myself. And I messaged. I was like, "Yo, can you help me out? I can't find it, but nobody has it." And they did that. And then on Instagram, it's currently David Cohen Smiles. Unfortunately, I don't like that name, but we're gonna change it soon.
It's better than David Cohen Frowns.
There was like a group of dentists or medical professionals out there, I don't know, that were like going after like students that have doctor or like the initials for like MD or DDS in their name, which is like doctor of dental surgery or medical doctor. And so I got a bunch of like threatening emails of people like telling me they're going to report me to like the ethics board, and I'm at the top of their list, like me and Garrett and like a couple of these other like creators that had it in their name. And I was like, I don't have the energy to deal with this. I just changed all my names, but it worked out for the best because I got David Cohen, and hopefully one day I'll get that on Instagram too.
With the blue.
Oh, and YouTube.
Yeah.
I've been going really hard on YouTube. That's probably like my biggest thing right now. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, David Cohen. And yeah.
And then my podcast is Gen Me Podcast on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, also on TikTok and Instagram. And then my personal is Daniel33. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, David, once again.
Thank you
for being here, and see you guys next episode.
See you.